I Wikipedia companies based in Seattle, just because I'm like, that's a place that like people that people live and like. And Zillow was one of them. And I went to the Zillow website and I found this job for which I was like eminently not at all qualified, and just submit my resume. And I almost canceled the interview before, when they were like, we want to talk to you. And I was just like, well, like I was sort of just kidding. I really don't want to waste anyone's time.
Seasons change.
My first reaction was I was really happy that Sarah got this job, for which she's grossly underqualified, but I think more than makes up for with charm and intuition and a natural intelligence and a natural ability to keep up with people.
I didn't really think that Seattle was going to be part of my immediate life plan. I remember as a kid watching a lot of Frasier and knowing that it rained a lot in Seattle, and I always thought of myself as kind of like a bleak and miserable child, so that maybe that would be a good place for me ultimately.
My second reaction was, I'm moving to Seattle too. And that was before Sarah and I had actually discussed whether or not I would move to Seattle.
Joe is like a little bit more active as a human than I am, but I think he also like really respects my laziness as a life choice. So I think there'll be a lot of lazing around and reading and walks and bike rides.
Sarah owns a bicycle that she doesn't ride, and I think she's gonna ride it once and never, and then not again.
A lot of my friends have moved away in the past, year, few months. So it feels like a good time. Like often like the best time to leave like a party is when you least want to, but you like know it's smart.
Distant from the Trader Joe's and the Dick's Drive.
Very mopey.
Awesome. I'm really excited about
Because I think
this.
we're picking the worst time of the year to move to a city that's largely defined by the sort of rainy, gray, dreary,
It didn't make sense to be to amicably part ways in DC.
mopey, depressing, just all around really negative environment.
It made sense to potentially have an explosive situation 3,000 miles away.
It's always going to be a little rainy outside, so we can't just stay in doing because we only own the one puzzle, so we would just be doing that puzzle over and over again.
I think we both thought that we owed that we owed the relationship that.
Huge risk, right? Huge gamble. Quit my job, quit 2 jobs, packed up all my gear. We're just gonna mix all our stuff up together. I think I can get a job. I'll probably get a job.
The moment when I knew that he was special, we got Popeyes, and I, ran to the kitchen to get more food, and I came back with a mouthful of French fries, and he's like, you didn't get me any French fries. And I was like, well, you can have these French fries.
It all starts almost a year ago. I was on my computer and saw a picture of a lady that intrigued me. So I sent her a message.
And he the ones in my mouth, and he holds out his hand, and I was like, seriously? I spit my chewed up gross French fries into his hand, and without breaking eye contact, he just puts the chewed up French fries into his mouth.
Kind of settled into a routine, but not settled in. It was not in a negative sense. A very positive settling in, into a comfortable chair or a beanbag.
I cannot fuck with you at all. And that's when I was like, oh shit, we're in trouble.
I think Sarah makes me laugh more than anybody outside of my family that I've ever met.
Scotland, thank fucking God, the Union Jack was gonna look like shit.
It makes me think about a lot of stuff and doesn't let me get away with anything, which is refreshing, at least for a time.
Yeah, the blues all Scotland. He's just generally interested in notices people. I feel like I take a lot of things for granted. Bad.
Red and white and
just red, white, and bad. Yeah. They say that when you meet someone special and they make you a better person, and I think that can be true in lots of different ways. But for me, one of the ways in which I notice it on a day-to-day level is just that I'm just so much more. I think I wouldn't even call it kind. I would just say it makes me so much more decent to the people around me. That's something that I like owe entirely to him.
So much of it is just the ineffable, small, day-to-day things that make me really happy and inspire me to make her happy. So I kind of get satisfaction both ways. So essentially, it's the first person that like my shtick ever worked on.
Seasons change. I tried hard not to change for you. Do you wanna build a snowman? Come on, let's go and play. There isn't any helium. We'll have to use the other balloon. We used to be just buddies. Now we're not. Please, will you tell me why?
I'm out of helium.
So I'm glad that you brought me in to talk about the potential division between Scotland and England. I really feel like this is an issue that will define our day. So whenever you're ready, I've got a lot of thoughts.
Do you know the vote already happened?
No, it's set to happen.
No, the vote happened.
Well, because I'm about to launch. I'm about to launch a new website. I call it the Maybe campaign.